So here I am on the border of Malaysia and Singapore. Behind me, that's Singapore. So I rode 30 k's from the hotel to here today, all through freeways and things. I had a flat tire on one of the freeways, which is a bit of a bummer, so I had to fix that. But somehow I've got to work out how to get up to that overpass over there. And it's, I'm not sure how to do that yet. So at least I can see my target. The target's ahead of me. First phase is almost over. The bike just needs to get up there. This needs to do maybe another 10 k's and I'll be in Singapore. And that's the bridge just there. So pretty cool. Chiang Mai to Singapore. See you soon.
Cyclist.
Do it. So here I am in Singapore in a guest house called Tree Inn Lodge, and I have lucked out picking this guest house because what I didn't know, well, the reason I picked this guest house off Hostel World is because it advertised that it did green things like it recycled where it could, use low energy appliances and things like that. So I thought that'll be cool. The price was reasonable also in comparison to what else is around here. So I picked this guest house, hostel, and when I get here, it had for a door handle on the door was a crank up from the pedal, from my bike pedal, and that's cool. And then after talking to the owners who were so cool and so welcoming, they're all cycle tourists, and this whole hostel is actually is set up for cycle tourists. There's all cycle touring photos on the wall, and actual cycle tourists who come here get a 40% discount. So I got a huge discount on my thing, and I thought this is awesome. And there's a guy staying in my room who's actually outside now, but he's been on the road since 2005, and he's been everywhere, and he's got all these awesome photos and stories. I'm so lucky to have just picked this guest house. It's a cycle tourist hub, it's great. As for Singapore itself, it's awesome. It's one of the prettiest, cleanest cities I've ever been to. I was thoroughly impressed. Just riding in here is so green and forest everywhere. And I just got some food before, some vegetarian, vegan food. And I went to Chinatown to get it, not far from here. And it's just like beautiful old Chinese buildings that are very neat, very clean. People are all nicely dressed and nice, really interesting skyscrapers and things like that. It's busy, but not crazy busy like I'm used to in Thailand or Malaysia. It's quite pleasant actually, and I really want to stay here longer. I want to see everything. So the plan is tomorrow. I've spoken to the owner here. He's going to cycle with me to his bike shop, or one of his friends' bike shops, who said they can help me out repairing my bike and fixing everything. So that's awesome. So he's going to ride with me on his big cargo bike. He's got a huge cargo bike, and he's going to put a microwave in the back and give it to these guys. So yeah, it's a great hostel. Highly recommend it. Tree Inn Lodge, Singapore. If you're cycling this way, you have to stay here. 40% discount if you're a cycle tourist, and surrounded by cycle tourist heaven. It's awesome. It's a mecca. So yeah, so I cycled 67 k's today, crossed the border to Singapore. It's pretty interesting, very busy. Yeah, can't wait till tomorrow to see these bike shopping and get my bike fixed. Love Singapore so far. It's almost changing my mind about big cities. The way this is just, it's great. It's a great place. Catch you later.